Hello friend and welcome back to Safe at Homestead. I am so happy that you are here. And to my new subscribers, I am so excited that you have chosen to join us here. Welcome. So you guys can imagine how busy we are trying to get this move done before the first of the month. Actually, it won't be the first because that's in the middle of the week, I think. I think the 4th or the 5th is the weekend, and that's what we're shooting for. Now, to be realistic, I don't think it's going to happen on that day. It might. We might start on that day, but the way things are going right now, yeah, because it's not just moving over, it's building some infrastructure. We are working on new chicken housing, as you know, and that has been put on hold for a little bit because we've been working on a woodshed. We're calling it the Woodshed. It's a small wood storage unit. And we are now going to be heating with wood, and we need to have some way to protect the wood that we're using. So that is what we are doing, and I am excited to share that project with you. We are starting on a wood storage project. We're calling it the Woodshed. And I just wanted to show you how we are doing the platform. We tied 3 pallets together, just like we did with the chicken run. This pallet wood is tying 2 pallets together. So this one's running here, and then we put another one up here, and so on and so forth, to tie these 3 pallets together. So our next step is to take these pallets. They have 1, 2, 3, they're about 5 3/4 inch wide boards, and then these 2 are 3-inch boards. So we are, if we call this the face of the pallet, we are removing these blocks and all the boards from the back, and we're left with this. And we are using this to build up the sides and the back of the woodshed. So we just completed level 1. Now we're going to cut 4 more of these faces to put on top and create a second level. So what we've done is we've used these pallet boards as supports, as like studs, and as a way of tying the top and bottom level together. So we are going to continue putting on the second level of pallets, and then we'll come back and show you how it looks. So far we've used only pallets and pallet wood in this project. Okay, so we've used 2 2x3s right here as support, and also as a way to tie in the corners. I'll show you over here, so that we could screw this pallet into it on this side and this pallet into it on this side. So that's pretty strong, and it's supported. This is the first non-pallet wood that we've used so far, and I don't think, yeah, we are going to use, I think, another 2x3. This is what it looks like so far. So the next thing we did was to make 2 diagonal cuts in this pallet, coming like so and like so, and that is our 3rd level. So we are stopping for the day. We put some more pallet board supports here and here, and we attach those 2 side pieces. Hopefully tomorrow we will finish most of it. I think we need to purchase another piece of roofing, but I think that's the only thing we need to purchase. So we are here. This is day, I have no idea. It's a windy day. When we left off, we cut the pallet on a diagonal like this to have this slope for the roof. And as you can see, you know, we couldn't leave the pallet like that. There's really no surface area to put the roof on. So what we did was put a piece of pallet wood here. And what that's going to allow us to do, it beefs up this area here so we could put another piece of pallet wood on top, and then the roof can go on there. So let me show you what it looks like on the other side. So here we are on the opposite side. We were able to put this piece of pallet wood up here because we added this piece on the inside. So we're going to do the same thing over here. We've put this piece of pallet wood on the inside. We're going to put a piece of pallet up here, and then we'll move on hopefully to this part, making this part more sturdy, and then putting a wood above here as well, and then we can move on to the roof. I hope that all makes sense. Okay, we're done with this side, and so the next thing that we're going to do is install this 2x3. It's not put in yet. We just cut it to make sure that it was the right length and that it would fit in here snug. And now we're going to set it to the right height and screw it in. And we're back. Last time we were out here, the last thing we did was put this 2x6 across. It was a challenge. I don't know why. This side was very difficult to get flush, but we eventually did. So we're back out here today, and we're going to be figuring out what kind of supports to put here for the roofing material. The pallet boards are too short, so we're gonna work that out right now. Now we are over at the landlady's scavenging some corrugated sheet metal for the roof. We found that, and we found this so far. Another day of work, more like another 2.5 hours of work. This was a bit challenging. All we did today was put these pieces in here. We are not carpenters, so something that was challenging for us is getting the exact mitered angle for in here. Yeah, we had to fight with that, and this one was way off, so we had to put a little shim in there, and you can see that it split. But in the end, it's in, it's sturdy. That's the most important thing. So we found some roofing material over at the landlady's, and it's perfect. We have enough to do the roof, and so I am hoping that tomorrow we can complete this project. The roof needs to go on, and all these little spaces that you see here, we're going to fill in with little strips of pallet pallet wood. And we'll see. Hopefully we'll be finished tomorrow. So these pieces of wood here, these are leftovers from when we ripped some boards for the chicken run, and we decided to keep them because we might use them for something. I'm not the type that keeps things just in case we might use them for something, but that seemed reasonable to me, and so this is what I am using to fill in the spaces on the woodshed. The mister forgot something at the house, a tool that he needed. So he's over there getting that, and I am working on this. So I am just putting these little slats in these spaces. So is it necessary? No, but I think it just looks a little bit better. See, these holes are just a little bit too gaping for me. So I'm just filling it in a little bit. I like it. I think we're gonna put a facing right here to cover this edge. We're gonna use these 2-inch boards. Doesn't that look better? So right now we're closing the gap between the two sections of pallets. Okay, we are about 1 hour from sunset, and we are just about done. I say that, but we've cut the roofing materials. We just have to put them up, and I think that'll be the end of this project. Okay, you guys, I promise this is the last day we're out here. What happened? Oh, yesterday we finished this middle piece here, which just filled the gap created by the 2 pallets back here. We finished all the little slivers of, well, skinny pieces of wood that I wanted to use to fill in the gaps a little bit. It's not totally filled, as you can see, but it looks better to me than when the gaps were wider. We have to cut some of these long ones to put on this side and the other side right here, just to fill that space. We put the facing on here. I just wanted to put something there to make it look a little bit neater. And the mister forgot this specialty screw driver that, well, we're using specialty screws to put the metal roof up, and we need a special screwdriver for that, or a bit or something. Let me show you that. So these are the types of screws that we need to use for the roof, and this is the bit that he went to get. We need that in order to screw this in. So here we go. Okay, so I lied. Before we start putting the roof on, we are changing out this 2x3 because it is too tall. It is messing with the angle of the roof. We want rain and snow to come right off of it as much as possible, and this is not going to allow that to happen. So we are using this. This is pallet wood that was ripped for another purpose. This is the leftover, and it's wider, a little bit wider than most of our pallet wood. So this is going to work better here. So we're going to replace this with that. So I remembered when we first came to look at the property that this scary hole was here, and that there was some corrugated metal here. So we haven't checked out the hole or asked about it, but we took some corrugated metal from there. It's in pretty bad shape, but we only needed a few inches. Before I show you the finished product, of the woodshed, I want to show you another storage, wood storage project that we did. It's, I don't know if you could call it a project. The hardest part of this endeavor was spray painting those two cinder blocks black. That's about it. These are two landscaping ties that we had in our garden for the past 2 years. I don't even remember why I bought them, but I never used them. And the mister just cut them in half for me. They were 8 feet long, and so now I have 4-foot pieces of wood. And this is the easiest thing ever. I saw this on the internet somewhere. I wish I could tell you where, but I don't remember. But all you have to do is put each piece of wood in one of these holes. Let me do the other two. Et voila, wood storage. And the distance between the two cinder blocks, I am guessing, is gonna be determined by how long your boards are. So I grabbed a few, or your wood, your logs, the length of your logs. So I grabbed a few to put in here just to see what it would look like. And just like that, we have wood storage. And the purpose of this is we will keep this full so that we are close to the door and we can just come out and have the wood that we need handy. As this gets low, we will bring wood from the woodshed and replenish this. All right, so let's go take a look at the woodshed. So here it is done, and we are going to be putting firewood in here in a little bit, but I just wanted you guys to see it and explain what we spent on it. For the most part, it's pallet and pallet wood. We bought and used 6 2x3s and 1 2x6 for a total of about $20, and the mister said we used about $10 in screws, so about $30 is what it cost us to build this woodshed. All we need now is wood. So as you can see, things don't always go as planned, but it worked out in the end. We just had a general idea of what we wanted, and we just jumped in and went from there. Now we are excited to be moving on to the chicken run and chicken coop, and we will be bringing you along for those projects as well. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Thank you for taking time out of your own busy schedule to be here. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up. That way YouTube shares it with more people. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.